Hello, I'm Lunecra, and I'm here today because on day 3, my mic decided, no, I'm not doing my job properly. So the VOD for that day didn't sound good. So I'm taking this as a learning opportunity and edited together a summary video from the VOD. I reused some of the audio that was mostly good, but there's the occasional word just not even there. And otherwise reread everything and did like a voiceover for most of it. Video's still kind of long because I kept all of the main story bits, any of the character quests and exposition essentially, I kept that in at full length. Otherwise, I shrunk everything else down as much as I could. So without further ado, let's go ahead and watch the VOD summary. Bye! First things first, we look at our quest log to remember what the heck was going on. Summer wants 3 gemstones from us. We see Francis, we buy all of his bottles. We always buy his bottles. Then we decide where we're going, we choose the bus stop. We do some gardening. Farming. Always gotta be farming. Slaith. Hello traveler, welcome to one of my famous bus stops. I found them, they're mine. All mine! My name is Alex. It's a beautiful name. The best name. But don't call me Alexander. Blech. It's a garbage name. Garbage name for garbage people. Where was I? Oh, yes. I'm Alex, and I'll be your bus driver. I wasn't always a bus driver. Before, I was an accountant. Numbers were my shame. Taking you places is my game. Choo-choo! No, wait, that's a train. This is a bus stop, and I'm your driver. Want to go somewhere? Okay. Oh, looks like I can turn off his music? You don't like my music? Really? You really want me to stop my wonderful music? No, we'll keep your music. Do you? I mean, ha! It was but a prank! Good one! Then we decide where we're going next. We're going to Mount Toroyama. Then we're diving for treasure and opening crates, talking to Summer. When the dragon found me back home, I knew I had to leave. I felt I wouldn't heal unless I left. I didn't know it then, but I needed love. And no love was to be found in this accursed place. But in my exile, I met your aunt. I had never seen anyone as joyful as Rose. Filled to the brim with uncontainable life. You remind me a lot of her, Stella. She nursed me back to health, little by little. Without her, well, the dragon would have taken me. Right there, I'm sure of it. And I never would have met you. She taught me, not as one normally teaches, but by opening my eyes to what was already within. To the rich interior life unquashed by the dragon, unquashed by my father. To the interconnectedness of all things, to the universal love. This immense debt I owe her. Well, maybe that's why I feel the need to teach you. After that, we decided to go to Gwen's house, where we see Gwen is not here. Gwen isn't here. Maybe she went to an island somewhere. Where? I do not know. Does she know any place in this world? So he's given us our little hint where to go. And we're gardening. As always, gotta keep up with them plants. But then Summer gets in the way. I'm trying to water this spot, but Summer is in the way and I cannot water it because she's playing her music. I water the thing next to it just fine, but I can't water the one I want to water. So I finish gardening. And then we head on off. Sheep! We met our sheep. Now we're here with Alice. Oh, hello there, young lady. How are you doing? Oh, yes, right. Perhaps you can help me. You must have stumbled upon a fluffy sheep on the loose down there. I tried getting it back in its enclosure, but the stubborn creature wouldn't listen to me. Chances on your side, its weak spot is its gluttony, but will definitely follow anyone who would feed it. Would you be a dear and give it a try? Carrot? That counts. Oh great, it's following you. Now just lead it to the enclosure next to the pier. Or follow me, I'm going there. Goodness. Oh, what a nice sheep. It followed you all the way to its home. Always following your stomach, aren't you, little guy? Hee hee, my sons were just like that. Don't you think it looks lonely? Maybe that's why it left. I'm going to keep it company, don't worry. But maybe... Well, if you found another stray sheep, you could bring it back here? They could entertain each other. Well, if it's not too inconvenient for you. Oh, I'm Alice, by the way. Very nice meeting you. Then we come up to the top of the house and get a treasure. Slide down. We go into the hillside and we start mining. And we're mining, and guess what? We're still mining. Yep, lots of mining. Ooh, wait, we found a treasure instead, and there's an opal in that treasure, also useful. More materials, more materials. Then we leave. There's a nice little chair up here. We're gonna just take a nice look at the nice starry sky. Then we come down here, and I get very excited about it's not just a boulder. It's a rock. Meditation rock. Going home and doing more farming. You bet. Always gotta be watering. Then we do some fishing. Then we sleep. And we have now slept. Now we're choosing where to go next. We're gonna pick up some stuff. We're going back to the fields to get a sheep. Ring that bell. Do some cooking. Diving for the stuff. More cooking. Gardening. Gotta keep that stuff planted. Gotta harvest it. Gotta plant it. Gotta water it. Gotta get in our boat and go to them fields. There's the sheep. We got our sheep friend. We take it back with us. The way the sheep just dropped down like, yes, into the boat I go. Buying all the bottles, turning in the errands, back to Mount Toromaya to get Alice, doing some watering, doing some diving, doing some cooking, and some fishing. This is the fishing that took a very long time. It took over a minute to catch that single bay shrimp. You're welcome for the speed boost. Another carrot. Follow me. Going back with the sheep in tow. See, I told you the sheep was with us. Good job. You brought a second sheep. Oh, look at them. They'll be so happy together. Oh, they're acting kind of coldly. That's surprising. They just have to get to know each other. I'm sure they'll be best of friends in no time. As for me, well, it was nice feeling needed. What, you want me to join you on your travels? Oh, no. Oh, no. I couldn't possibly impose myself on all of you. Besides, I'm sure there's no room for me. For sure, this island is a little bare, but I'm sure a little house could fit quite nicely here. Little bungalow with nice vines, potted flowers maybe, pale tones, and a cozy shade. Oh, and green window shades. My, that would be so wonderful. Oh, sorry, I was lost in my thoughts. No, you go ahead. I'll be just fine here. Alice's cottage. So now we got some blueprints. We're going back to the boat and we're checking out what we need. We're looking at Alice's cottage and we see we need some iron ingots. And in order to get those iron ingots, we're gonna need a foundry. In order to make our foundry, we need some oak planks. To the sawmill, we're ready to build our foundry, but it just doesn't quite fit. So we quickly move Gwen's house over, she's not using it anyway, and we place our foundry. Then we go back and we saw up more logs in preparation to make Alice's house eventually. Then we sleep so we can get moving again. We're waking up. We're choosing where to go next. We're going to the countryside. We're farming. Doing some farming, doing some watering. Gotta keep them watered. We go ahead and give Summer a citrine and an opal so that we continue her quest. We have arrived at the Iwashima countryside and now we are going. Then we cutting down some trees, another tree, and another tree, and then we got ourselves 2 things to mine up, and then we head on back to our boat. And then we see we have an actual quarry to go to. Let's go! Gardening. Gotta garden. Where is Gwen? Haven't seen her in a while. Do you think she ran away? Maybe back to her parents' house? Food! Hozaki Quarry discovered! Going! And we're going! And then we go inside, and as you'd expect, we are mining. We are mining, we are mining. We're mining, more mining. Can you believe it? We're mining in a quarry. Who would have thought? Wait, oh, I have found a little secret hidden area where I get, bang! Amethyst from a treasure. And we need that amethyst for summer. And then we're mining. And we're mining. And we're mining. And another secret area. What's back here? A guy hiding from his work with his books. He bribes us with 1,000 glims. I'll take that money and I'll get back to my mining. Up, we're done now and we're leaving. We're going back to our boat. And on our boat, we head straight to the foundry and get started with the foundry minigame. I absolutely adore the minigames in this game. It feels like you're actually doing something when you're making the materials that you need. It feels like you're actually processing them in a way that feels like it would be an actual thing. It feels right when you're making these things. Then we go out and we go to build Alice's cottage. We've got the materials. We don't like the layout though, so we move that up and put Alice's house below. We ring the bell. We choose where we're going next, which is back to Mount Toyomaya in order to get Alice. And then we're gardening, and while we're gardening, we hit Summer, and we go, hey Summer, here's an amethyst. And Summer says, and with that last gem, my basic medicine cabinet is complete. If you were to add a little table or altar to my meditation room, well, you can come and admire it at any time. In any case, I am truly grateful for all of your help. You are always, after all, a radiating a beacon of light. Stella, I hadn't planned on it, but I think I have something more important to you. Our next class, well, we'll have to leave the boat for it. I've heard of a nice spot in Mount Koroyama, a cliff overlooking the horizon. Hey, where I said I saw that meditating. That's the one. I think it would make for a nice classroom. Ready when you are. Let's just set sail. Alice! Must come make me cry. What a nice quaint place. And the view, well, it can't be beaten, can it? Yes, this will be perfect. I see a little promontory up that cliff there. Go ahead, I'll meet you. How will I do it? Don't worry. I'm sure I'll manage to snake my way up. Hello, Alice. What? You built a house? For me? Shouldn't have, really. But since it's there, well, I guess it'd be rude of me not to move. Thank you so very much, sweetheart. And then we gotta go back through the mountain and up in order to get out to our rock. Ha! I haven't lost my touch, have I? I might be old, but I still have a few tricks up my sleeve. And beating younglings in a climbing race has always been a specialty of mine. But enough of this. Let's focus on the matter at hand. This lesson, as you might have guessed, will be a little bit special. Up to now, we focused on the proper care of plants and crops. Well, now I think it's time to concentrate on the proper care of one's mind. Sunlight and music were the tools of the former. Well, for the latter, our tool will be the act of meditating. And that's specifically why I brought you here. See this boulder? It hasn't been consecrated for nothing. Powerful spiritual energies flow through the area. I know, it might seem strange, occult even. But just humor me. First things first, sit down next to me, just like this. Alright, your turn. Meditation, Stella, is an affair of wholeness and of oneness. A lot of novices believe, wrongfully, that meditating is the pursuit of an empty mind. But the mind is not empty, Stella. It is a beast, savage and untamed, violent and caring, loving and destructive, hateful, curious, scared, a ball of frayed nerves. Much like the dragon, it cannot be controlled. It must be allowed to roam free. My father also lived with this tormented creature. Of a different kind, perhaps. He chose to fight it, tried to muscle it down into submission, to mark it under the auspice of violence, and mostly to silence it. He thought that nothingness was the solution. But the dragon is indomitable. The fight left my father a broken man. Let your mind wander, Stella, gently like you would a scared kitten. Let it smell the grass, let it notice the wind flowing through your hair, the heat radiating from the stone behind you, the rhythmic breaking of the waves below. Let your spirit penetrate all things, not to make them yours, but to make yourself theirs. Be one and be whole, but keep being. There you are. Seems like my lesson had quite the influence. You were up there for hours. I had to stretch my legs at some. You're a snake. In a robe, but you're a snake. You don't really have legs. Excuse you? Had to stretch my legs at some point. Oh, what are you saying? A vision? Of course! You are the Spiritfarer, after all. The mystical energies of this world are bound to affect you in mysterious ways. I'm sure there are other such areas of power. If you find them, be sure to take the time to meditate. Perhaps more visions will rain down upon your mind. You know, Stella, while you were up there, I tried to do some thinking. I wanted to prepare for our next lesson. There's still so much to teach. But I couldn't think. My mind was uneasy. For, you see, I too have had a vision. A gift from the universe. It's the dragon, Stella. I have felt him creeping slowly towards me. I thought I had some grand purpose to accomplish before he would swallow me whole, but now I realize that the dragon hasn't crept much at all. He has kept up with me for quite a while now, and ignoring it won't do me any good. Well, let's go, shall we? Everybody back to the boat. Little one. What is this? Oh, a little ceremony? All right, I'll try to do my best. Where they unveil your true spirit self. Oh, this is really pleasant. Soft as a waffle, as a pie. I feel young again. Thank you so much for having found me. Don't you worry about me now. I'll find my way around. And then we do more farming. Gotta keep on watering, gotta keep on planting. And then we sleep, and we have slept, and now we are going for some crates, and we meant to get to the bus stop, but I misclicked. We have sold some treasures, we're turning in some errands, a tool is guilting us about not fishing, so we're gonna try to focus more on fishing now. And then we're diving, we're gardening, gotta keep them watered, gotta plant new stuff, and we're diving again. The tool is guilting us about Gwen, even though we're on our way. So here we select the bus stop. Oh, you came. Look at that, Stella. Little sheep wanted to come with us. I guess it didn't like its new companion very much after all. Well, no worries, we'll take good care of you. But first, all this wool, it looks quite uncomfortable, doesn't it? And, oh no, we're on a boat! Like that story with the flock of sheep that fell off a boat. Oh, we can't have that. Go ahead, Stella, shear the wool right off its back. For the best. Okay. Okay, get to shear your wool now. Look how concerned it looks, it's just like, oh gosh. A key for Mount Toro. Okay, we're at the bus stop, so now we are going to speedily take our bus stop. Much better. Well, aren't you feeling better? And it's much safer too. And that key, I thought that I had lost it, but it was stuck in your thick coat all this time. What a treat. You, Stella, I know you'll find a good use for all this extra. One of my favorite materials. I chose it exclusively for all my blankets. My husband, of course, always thought they were scratchy. He was such a grump. Anyway, the sheep's wool will grow back very quickly, only if it is well fed. This one seems to have quite a large appetite. I suggest you diligently feed him, otherwise he might get into your garden and your crops. Oh, I imagine building a sheep corral would keep him in place. Please, are you going to give me the blueprint? You should probably do that as soon as possible, for the good of the sheep and that of your crops. Hee. And then we're farming, gotta keep them watered, gotta keep them planted. And then we get off of our boat to go see Gwen. Stella! I'm sorry. Sorry I even considered doing this. Ending your days in your family house is so cliché to boot. I can't explain myself either. I just wanted to finish it off, you know? To decide on my own terms how I'd go, and not let myself be taken away. I've been weak. I'm sorry. Oh, the irony. Crap, I feel so selfish now. Sometimes I wish I could have been like you, but rarely. Ah, crap. Hug me now. Quick little hug. So cute. Thank you so much. I needed that. You always pull through. You! I've lost my house because of you. Your friend wasn't using it. It should be mine! I have rights, you know. Now, that old shrew kicked me out. I'm back to being the gardener. But the biggest rub is, my house is locked. I'll break that padlock and get my dignity back. Someday! Leave me alone for now. I have work to do. Getting on the boat. Going back to our boat. Look, this will come as a shock, but I'm ready to leave. Just can't fight it anymore. But it's okay. I know you're with me. Bring me to the Everdore where you met Sharon. Ready, I think. We're going to the bus stop. We're going to Francis, and then the bus stop. And then we're fishing, and we're fishing. Then we're selling our valuable goods. And then we are gardening, we are gardening. We are sleeping, and we have slept. We are fishing some more. We are at the bus stop, and we're going to the bus stop. Now we're going from our bus stop to the Everdore. And then some last minute gardening. Stella! Okay, here we are, I guess. I guess I had been waiting for that moment to arrive, sooner or later. Will you accompany, my friend? Thank you. We are here. Stella, look. There is something I wanted to give you. I used to hide it in my old music box. I don't know why, but it always felt to me like it was the best hiding spot. Here it is, my old lighter. I haven't thought about this old thing in a while. It barely works. I stole it off my father when I was 12. Please, use it to remember me. In the good times, in the bad times, they exist together, intertwined. If there is one thing you learned from me, it should be that. Seems I couldn't escape it, doesn't it? Me being here, now. You know me, I've never been one to dwell on the past. Mainly because it always felt overwhelming to me. Like an irrepressible wave of resentment. But even at this very moment, I still wonder. I don't know if I've ever tried to connect. And I've been so sure of it. My opinion just never changed. You know what I've always said? That people come and go, but don't pay attention to each other. They never really did. That lives are only ever parallel. Adjacent, at best. Well, that's bullshit. I can see that now. And you're the proof of it. And not just you, but Mom cared, as well. In her own way. And others here, even given the circumstances. I still don't know about Father. I should probably forgive him now. Find that last shred of strength left in me. Would that make me a better person? Would that make a difference? Maybe. But after all this, I don't think I care. And it doesn't matter, because I had my best friend by my side. I had you. You are a wonderful person, Stella. My life would not have been the same without you. The light you showed me was more than a beacon. It was a guide. Only I was too blind to see it. My shades were too opaque. Okay, let's go. I can't hold it any longer. Thank you, Stella. Thank you for bringing me here, even if you didn't want to. Thank you for kicking my butt and shaking my ego. Don't forget that I've loved you as much as I could. Goodbye, my friend. See you there. Last hug. Bye. Constantly. So here, I just completely failed to understand mechanics for a bit, and then I finally realized, hey, interact with the bugs. So our first image here is the little cookout. And I get the feeling the little yellow kid is supposed to be Stella. You'd think maybe it was Gwen, because, you know, we just said goodbye to Gwen, but I think this is more about introspection, especially since the Everlight is yellow, Stella's shirt is yellow, and Gwen was kind of more of like a red. And we're going to talk to someone here, which makes it a little more apparent that I think it's supposed to be more of a self-reflection kind of situation. So next we're looking at a little older, riding some bikes in the neighborhood with some friends. And then we have ourselves some spooky owl action. And we come on up here for our next memory. And then here at our next memory, seems maybe we are the yellow person and we are having a drink with the red person. Could have been Gwen. I could be wrong. Either way though, it is at this point in the stream that I learned my mic was not working properly. This far in, and I found out. I was not pleased. And then here we are at the last little bit. Big owl. We finally meet, face to face. For such a long time, I have been watching you, Stella. Close yet far. You've kept your distance, but you knew I was there, hidden in every shadow, skulking in every silence. Since the very beginning, I have been a part of you, even as my existence was but a foreign thought. And as your loved ones surrounded you with care and affection, I waited silently. Your joy, your pride, your happiness, moments of laughter, of bliss, of friendship, gone. I know it feels just like yesterday, but the hourglass has turned, and at last you have found me. Go now, for I have not yet fully awoken. Resume your duties, carry on your graceful dance. We'll meet again. Soon, Spiritfarer. We go back home, and we go to Gwen's home and find a spirit flower. It's important for upgrading our boat. And then, of course, more gardening. We gotta keep them watered. And then we sleep to start off our next day. And we're going to Albert's shipyard, because we need ourselves a sheep corral. I have an idea, Sprout. I've been looking at my house. It's a little bare bones. As an amateur handyman, this doesn't work at all. Maybe we should improve it. Add a few bells and whistles. I don't know what exactly. Let me have a look. Follow me. Okay, we're gonna follow you. Your house, right? Yep. Hey, Sprout. I've been thinking that my house is nice and all. I was thinking of adding a shower in the corner there. All the sawdust from the sawmill is making me itchy. I still love Sawdust. Don't tell Sawdust I said anything bad about her. Alice? Might have noticed that there is a large empty nook in my house. You know what? Should add a wardrobe. Yes. Fancy dresser for your clothes. You don't seem to have anywhere to store your own outfits. This would be a perfect opportunity. What do you think? And now we have arrived at Albert's. We go to buy some upgrades and we get the craftsman upgrade for the blueprint table, which does indeed give us a sheep corral. We also can get an orchard and a windmill. We go back and immediately look to make a sheep corral, but we need more oak planks. So we go to the sawmill and we make ourselves a lot of wood planks. A lot of planks. Then we go back outside and we hit that wonderful build button and we find ourselves a nice spot to put down our sheep corral. I'm gonna go check on our sheepy because he needs to be sheared. He's not that hungry yet. But we have given our sheep a house. We've given Alice a house and gained Alice onto our ship. Got rid of Gwen. Gwen is at peace now, I guess one could say. I think that is it for today.